Okay, I'm here with a meeting with Sylvain to talk about the work that he completed on a whole different skin on NetSuite cases for our client using our extensible client framework. And so Sylvain is going to give us a tour and we'll learn about some of the capacities that have been created. Okay, go ahead, Sylvain. What are we looking at here?
We're looking at a list of support cases. I think there are a few custom fields. For example, the Miva order ID is a custom field that they've built on the support case that links to a sales order ultimately. We have the native fields here like priority and status, last message date, days open, I believe, is a calculated field. There's sorting, there's filtering, text searching. There's some inline editing. I think we can even edit it. Yeah, it's an editable field. So that's good. So this is the starting place where you have your lists, your master lists and stuff like this. And you can search and do things. And if you click on one, you get into the detailed page. You have the data on the left here of the case. Click on this to get to the sales order. This will bring us directly to the sales order. You can click on this to get to the case, as I did. These blue fields are editable. So if you make a change, the change happens right away. The fields that are editable but don't have a value sort of get a gray outline just to say, hey, you can choose something here. On the bottom here, we have a list of messages that are attached to this case. So these could be messages that have been sent through the native UI or emailed.
Okay.
And we have these 6 tabs. All notes, threaded, customer, employee, and other are used to sort of triage the message records that are associated to a case record.
Okay.
So all will give us all of them. Notes will give us the ones that are not emailed. So a note, if we use this new note functionality up here, you type something in the box, you hit new note, it'll create a message record, it'll attach it to the case, but it won't actually email it. So it's considered a note. So you can write notes there.
Interesting approach. Okay.
Customers, I believe, are the ones that are sent to the customer or from the customer. Employee is from employees.
Okay,
and other direction from anybody else. Yeah.
Okay, exactly. So all really is showing it's all messages, but it's trying to give different perspectives, which otherwise you'd have to be hard to tease apart when you were trying to understand the direction of things. Interesting approach.
Yeah. And on any of these messages, including the notes, you have the ability of highlighting a selection of texts. And this will create a new custom record that we've done called a thread that you can give a title to. So just on highlight, on selection of the text, and then you can give it a title and it'll create thread. And that thread will show up here. Now, if I were to go back to the same email, 9/19/2023, and highlight some other bit of text here, maybe that, give it another title. So that should show up under the same email as a second thread that you want to sort of highlight. And if you take a second one, go something over here.
What do you do? What's their intention with that thread? What is it? Because it's not really creating communication. It's just trying to highlight a sub sort of topic or some sort of thing they want to highlight in the message. Otherwise, it's hard to tease it apart.
Yeah, I think what happens a lot with these emails is you get a long reply thread, a long list of replies in a single message. And what they want to do is they want to be able to tell a story. And so they pick out the pieces that are important and they highlight something in the email. And then here they have a list of threads they've created that they can also delete if they want and go back and create a new one.
I see.
But right now, this is what's important for this email. This is what I want to highlight.
So this helps them tease apart the concerns. So when they're focused, because otherwise they find they're just doing a lot of work. And when they come back, it's harder to go, okay, what's the story in this? Helps them get the story out quickly.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And then in the Photos tab, they have a list of any files, really, including images that are attached to the case or attached to any emails that have been sent. And they can choose a new file here by clicking Choose File and attach a file to the case in the standard way that you could by going down to the case files and attach existing files.
So yeah, you're pulling those out. I see that. Okay.
And then items is the list of items here that are attached to the case. This was a custom thing that was built for them. I think you can also choose to add an item. This will build a list of items from the associated sales order. You can pick any bunch of them, put the quantity, and put a reason, a category for them like this. Click confirm, and
when did the case get associated with the sales order? Was that the MIVA order?
yeah, that's the MIVA order ID. So
Okay.
here,
Got it. Because the MIVA is how they use their e-commerce system to bring in their orders.
yeah, and that's a custom event, custom case field here.
Okay, I'm following you.
So when we click add item, we go and we look at that sales order to see all the items on the sales order, and we say, okay, which item do we want to, attach to this case? This is a filter, and responses is another custom record that they have attached to the case. If we take a look at it here, I think it's under responses. So it's a list, pre-built list of questions that that the employees can ask, and a pre-built list of answers. And we just display that here with any associated files.
I believe this is a different approach than NetSuite's built-in knowledge base capacity. We had a different kind of engine that we crafted for them for doing like small surveys.
Yeah, and then the email sending capability, if you click on the to box, you get to pick a list of people to send it to. This list of vendors comes from the associated case or the case itself, the sales order, and then you can send it to the customer. So this is a picker, so you can go and just click left and right. You can also add a random custom email here, any email that you want, as long as it's a valid email. So if you type in something that isn't a valid email, it'll say no.
Wow, that's cool.
A real email.
Nice.
Like that. So that'll go in there. Same thing for the CC box. So another picker for the CC. And then you can put the subject. There's a template renderer. So they have a bunch of templates that they use. So you click on one of them. And then again, attachments lets you pick from the list of case attachments, which I guess there aren't any here. So if we were to attach a file, we'll find one that has some attachments. Maybe this one has some. Yeah, this one has 4 attachments. So if we go here, we get to pick one of those 4 attached to the email.
Pretty rich communication system.
And then you send it, and then off it goes, and then it'll appear in this all.
When it says that one, send new note, or send is different than new note. Send means push out the communication. New note means same box, just different action.
Yeah, so note is going to create a message that doesn't become an emailed message.
Okay.
So it becomes, if we were to go to the case record, it would be under the communication list, except we would see here email sent no.
No. Okay.
That's a no. And they get teased out from the all list. They don't appear in the all list, they appear in the notes list. And you can remove them because they haven't been sent.
Okay. I see something there says customer satisfaction on the left. It just looks like a field.
Yeah, that's a pull down. So these ones here are the ones that are editable, that don't actually have a value yet.
Okay.
And that's about the whole functionality that we built for these guys. Which
terrific. Okay, pretty powerful.